Most people think wealth begins with money. It doesn't. It begins with understanding how money actually works. For years, people asked one simple question: how did you make your millions? The answer surprised them. Not tech, not crypto, not luck, real estate, but not the kind they were taught to admire. What made the difference wasn't the buildings, it was how those buildings were bought. While the average person was taught to fear debt, he learned something radically different. Debt, when used intelligently, is not a weakness. It's leverage. Most people are told to live debt-free. And for most people, that advice is correct, because they were never taught how to think. Debt in the wrong hands is dangerous. Like a loaded weapon. Use it without discipline, and it destroys lives, families, even nations. We see it everywhere. Massive borrowing with no strategy, no intelligence, no accountability. That's what happens when people borrow without understanding. But in the hands of someone educated, debt becomes a tool. That distinction, not debt itself, but who controls it, is where wealth begins. This lesson didn't come from a classroom. It came from two very different influences. One believed in safety, degrees, stability, a paycheck. The other believed in reality, that if you wanted freedom, you had to learn skills most people avoid. After returning from military service, uncertain about the future, he asked for advice. The answer shocked him. If you want to be rich, you must learn how to sell. He resisted. Selling felt dirty, unrespectable, embarrassing. In his household, salespeople were looked down on. But the truth was blunt. You cannot build anything, business, wealth, influence, without persuasion. Sales wasn't about manipulation. It was about communication. The ability to present an idea, stand by it, and withstand rejection. Most people fail not because they're incapable, but because they quit after the first no. Rejection is where dreams go to die. Most people hear no once and retreat forever. But success demands something else. Fall down. Stand up. Repeat. That pattern, again and again, is the price of mastery. Whether it's business, relationships, or life itself, the rule is the same. Persistence outlasts talent. Nothing works the first time. The winners are simply the ones who refuse to stop. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most schools don't teach money. They teach compliance. You're trained to get good grades, secure a job, and stay safe. But nobody explains how money moves, how wealth is created, how assets differ from liabilities. People graduate knowing how to work, but not how to build. That's why so many intelligent people struggle financially. They were educated for employment, not independence. The message is simple but hard to accept. Learn how money works first. Then choose your path, not the other way around. The turning point. So what were the first real steps? Not investing, not real estate, not millions. Sales. He took a job most people avoided, a role where rejection was guaranteed. Xerox. Cold calls. Doors slammed. No after no. But quitting wasn't an option. The goal wasn't comfort. The goal was mastery. He didn't stop until he became the top salesperson. Not good. Not average. Number one. Because here's the harsh truth most people avoid. Second place is invisible. History remembers the first. Nobody studies the runner-up. Excellence is not optional if you want freedom. Another uncomfortable lesson. Your environment will either lift you or limit you. If you surround yourself with people who settle, you will settle. If you surround yourself with people who win, your standards rise. That's why successful people are ruthless about who they listen to. It's not arrogance. It's survival. You don't learn greatness by staying comfortable. Wealth isn't about money. It's about mindset. The courage to face rejection. The discipline to learn unglamorous skills. The patience to fail repeatedly without quitting. Debt isn't the enemy. Ignorance is. School isn't useless. But incomplete education is dangerous. And comfort? Comfort is the most expensive habit you can afford. The people who win are not special. They're just willing to endure what others avoid. Final thought: if you want financial freedom, stop asking for shortcuts. Ask better questions. Learn how money moves. Learn how people think. Learn how to sell, not products, but ideas. Because in the end, wealth doesn't go to the smartest. It goes to the most persistent. And persistence is a choice.